We are going to continue the story Should Wizard Eat Mummy, written by John Updike. This is the third story for the syllabus from Vistas, which is a non-detailed textbook. This story is written by famous American writer John Updike. So far, we have seen that the father is to tell bedtime stories to his daughter Jo. And this was a kind of ritual for the father because he had continued telling these stories for the last 2 years. The girl has grown up. Now she is 4 years old. Now there's a questioning attitude, and Joe finds that he has hardly any idea to tell new story. So it's a very exhaustive task for father, whereas the girl is becoming more realistic and she has started asking the questions where she feels that it is not true. Let's continue this story. Jack is telling today the story of Skunk. So the character is Roger Skunk. Now you know what has happened so far. Now this skunk with its problem has approached the owl. And when he has approached the owl thought and thought. At last he said, "Why don't you go see the wizard?" As the storyline was, that the wise owl, would direct the animal to the wizard. So the owl directs it to the wizard. "Why don't you go see the wizard?" "Daddy, what?" So here the element of growth. Here we can see the girl is growing up, and as she is growing up, she has started questioning. And what is the question here? Are magic spells real? So we can see the kind of scientific viewpoint that is being developed. And she starts questioning, are magic spells real? This was a new phase. This was a new stage in her life. Just this last month, a reality phase. So what does it mean? That she has started becoming realistic. And that's why she has started asking the questions. Are magic spells real? Is it that whatever the magic that is being done, is it true? When he told her spiders eat bugs, she turned to her mother and asked, do they really? So whatever the father or mother is to tell, she was not believing blindly. Now she has started questioning them. When Claire told her God was in the sky and all around them, she turned to her father and insisted, with a sly yet eager smile, is he really? And then Jack had to give answer that they are real in stories. So very curtly he has given the answer that they are real in stories, but not in reality. She had made him miss a bit in the narrative, and that's why what has happened? A very important part there in this story that he had to miss that. The owl said, go through the dark woods. The owl said, go through the dark forest, under the apple trees, into the swamp, into the marshy area, over the creek. And what does creek mean? Creek means a river, a small river. Creek. So over the creek. And what's a creek? So here she asked the question, what's the creek? Joe asked the question, what is a creek? And here Jack, as he is narrating the story, he tells her that it's a little river, it's a small river, stream, over the creek, and there'll be the wizard's house. Those, so Skunk has to go now to meet the wizard because Owl has directed Skunk to go to wizard to solve his problem. And that's the way Roger Skunk went. And pretty soon he came to a little white house and he rapped on the door. He knocked on the door. And in order to give sound effect, what a Jack does? Jack starts rapping on the window sill. Window sill, that's a horizontal block of the window, that's seal. Now here he starts rapping. He starts hitting in order to create a sound effect. In order to make it more exciting, the story, so he starts rapping the windowsill. And under the covers, she was sleeping, June, and she was under the covers, under the blanket. And Joe's tall figure clenched in an infantile thrill. So it was a very thrilling effect for June, very childish thrill for her. She was a child, a small child of 4 years old, and that figure clinched. Clinched means squeezed. She came quite close out of excitement. And then a tiny little old man came out. And who was this tiny little old man? This was a wizard. And how does he look? A long white beard, pointed blue hat. So this is, he is sporting a very long beard, which you can see in the picture that is given there in the storybook. And a pointed blue hat. And said, oh, watch it, whatever you want. So he started, the wizard's voice was one of Jack's own favorite effects. You smell awful. Yeah, whatever you want. So the sound effect that is created by Jack as if an old man. And how does he do? It's not only sound effect, even visual effect. He did it by scrunching of his face. So squeezes his face, frowns, and somehow whining through his eyes, and again crying, shouting, and showing that the eyes also suddenly becoming watery. He squeezes the eyes too, which felt for the interval rheumy. Rheumy means watery. The eyes turning watery. And he was crying. His face was squeezing, scrunching face. So he was creating kind of sound effect as well as visual effect in order to make this story very, very interesting. He felt being an old man suited him, and since he was growing older, he could act like a wizard very well. I know it, Roger Skunk said, and he carries on the story. And all the little animals run away from me. The enormous wise owl said, the huge wise owl said, you could help me. And that's the reason I have come to you, to solve my problem. And what is Roger Skunk's problem? He has been smelling very foul. He has been giving very bad smell. That is Roger Skunk's problem. And that's why he approached Owl. Owl advised him to go to the wizard. Now he has come to the wizard. Now we are coming to a very, very interesting part. Ah, well, maybe come on in. Don't get too close. So here the wizard says, don't come very close to me. because you are giving very bad smell now inside. Joe, they were all these magic things, all jumbled together in a big dusty heap. So now Jack is describing the house of the wizard. You can see here the wizard, pointed hat, long beard, oh, an old man. And that's why he could provide a very good sound effect to the voice of the wizard when Jack was describing, when Jack was telling what the wizard had told. Now he is describing the house where the wizard was living. It was a big dusty heap, so it was very dirty. All the things had jumbled up, piled up. Because the wizard did not have any cleaning lady, so there was no maid servant in the house of the wizard. And that's why the house had become very dirty and things had piled up there. Why? Why? Because he was a wizard, he was a magician, a very old man. And suddenly she asked a question. Will he die? A childish question. No, wizards don't die. Well, he rummaged around. Rummaged means he searched around. And then what did he find? He found an old stick called a magic wand. What do the magicians have? They have the magic wand. And with the help of wand, they can make magic. So they can have magic spell using the wand, using the stick. And asked Roger Skunk what he wanted to smell like. So he asked Roger Skunk, what kind of smell do you want to give? Or what kind of smell you should have? Because now he was smelling very bad and that's why all the other animals used to run away from him. And Roger thought and said roses. So Roger wanted to smell like roses. Yes, good, Joe said smugly, very comfortably. Joe said, fine, absolutely no problem, because Joe also wanted all the other animals to play with Skunk. Probably she was facing the similar kind of situation in the school, in the nursery class of where she was going. Jack fixed her with a trance, so with a rapt attention, with a trance, like gaze. So he was looking at her, staring at her, and with a gaze chanted in the wizard's elderly, irritable voice. So now he wanted to give a kind of exciting moment, a kind of climax. And here the wizard, usually the magic spell, what they do, abracadabra, you're familiar with all that. You must have come across in the storybooks. Abracadabra, hocus poo, Roger Skunk, how do you do? Roger Skunk, how do you do? Roses, boses, pull and ear, Roger Skunk, you never fear. Bingo! It's quite exciting. Abracadabra, hocus poo, Roger Skunk, how do you do? Roses, boses, pull and ear, Roger Skunk, you never fear. Bingo! And I'm quite sure she must have got very much excited, very thrilling one. And you must have also got very excited when you hear this story. Now he pauses. Jack pauses. As a rapt expression that she was totally absorbed in that and suddenly widened out from his daughter's nostrils. Probably something has come in her mind now. And that he could see in her face. Her nostrils widened, then forcing her eyebrows up and lower lip down in a wide, noiseless grin. So there was a kind of smile there on her face. But this expression in which, and suddenly he relates this facial expression to that of his wife. Jack was startled. He was very surprised. to recognize his wife feigning pleasure. So when she wanted to pretend that she was enjoying those cocktail parties, and that kind of expression she is to give, and suddenly he relates to that. And all of a sudden he whispered, the whole inside of the wizard's house was full of the smell of roses. Now he was totally involved in the story. And he was getting interested to tell the story. And all of a sudden the whole house was full of the smell of roses. Roses, Roger Fish cried. Slip of tongue. Instead of skunk, Jack says fish. And the wizard said, very cranky, that will be 7 pennies. And the wizard said, very cranky, very bad tempered. Daddy, what? Roger Skunk, you said Roger Fish. She catches him when he had committed a mistake. It was a slip of tongue. Suddenly he happened to say fish. Probably he was not able to concentrate now. Yes, Skunk, you said Roger Fish. Wasn't that silly? Very silly of your stupid old daddy. Now he had to accept it. Otherwise, she would not have gone to sleep. He never wanted to argue with her. Where was I? And suddenly he lost the storyline. Well, you know about the pennies, said. Okay, Roger Skunk said, but all I have is 4 pennies. And he began to cry. Joe made the crying face again, but this time without a trace of sincerity. So probably now Joe was thinking about something, and this annoyed Jack. Probably she was not thinking much about the story now. She was losing the interest in the story. Downstairs, some more furniture rumbled. Some movement of the furniture. And why? Who was there downstairs? His wife, Claire. Claire shouldn't move heavy things. She was 6 months pregnant. She was pregnant. And she shouldn't do all these things. It would be their third. And they were expecting third child. So the wizard said, oh, very well, go to the end of the lane and turn around 3 times. Look down the magic well, and there you will find 3 pennies. Hurry up! So Roger Skunk went to the end of the lane, turned around 3 times, and there in the magic well were 3 pennies. And where did he find 3 pennies? In the magic well. So he took them back to the wizard and was very happy and ran out into the woods. And all the other little animals gathered around him because he smelled so good. And what was the smell? Smell of the roses. And they played tag, baseball, football, basketball, lacrosse, hockey, soccer, and pick up sticks. What's pick up sticks? It's a game you play with sticks, like the wizard's magic wand. Kind of. And they played games and laughed all afternoon. And then it began to get dark. And they all ran home to their mummies. So, as usual, what was the storyline? Similar way, the story is about to end. So let's review what we have seen so far, how the story has progressed. So Jo was aware of the pattern that her father followed while narrating the story. And she becomes more intent on controlling the direction of the narrative. So she has grown up old now. She is 4 years old now. Nearly 2 years are over. Jack wished to finish his story so that he could help his 6-month pregnant wife Claire. And what she was doing downstairs, she was painting the room. And she should not do such kind of manual work or heavy lifting. And therefore, he wanted to go and help his wife Claire. Jack asked Joe to stop interrupting and trying to control the plot and fall asleep. He wanted her not to interrupt. He explains that Roskam goes to Owl, who further sends him to a wizard who performs a magic spell. Joe questions in between if magic spells are real. Jack does not have a suitable answer for this, and he continues with the story that the wizard performs a smell on Roger's tongue to make him smell like roses. Jack feels that Joe is losing interest in the story since her face looked the way like his wife does when she's pretended to be interested in his cocktail party discussion. So there was a grin, there was a smile, but she was pretending as if she was enjoying the story. Joe grows impatient as the story is about to come to an end, and because Jack dislikes this behavior, he changes the structure of the story to have our interest back to the story that we are going to see in the next part. Thank you. Goodbye.